check today's top stories. And Grace Tame has sparked legislative change in South Australia. The state government is set to alter the wording of a serious child sex abuse offence. Grace argued that by calling it an unlawful sexual relationship, it implied mutual responsibility and consent. She says words matter and should reflect the seriousness of the offence. An experimental Alzheimer's drug is showing promising signs, especially for people in the early stages of the disease. In the latest trial of donanemab, their cognitive decline was slowed by 35%. People given the drug also retained more of their ability to perform activities of daily living than those taking a placebo. And forget plastic surgery, breathing through your nose can make you prettier. Biomechanical experts say mouth breathing overstimulates certain cheek muscles, making your face appear longer and your eyes lazier. They say just closing your mouth can make you appear more attractive. Studies show nasal breathing can also boost brain function, lower blood pressure, and relieve stress and anxiety.
What photo though? So was that the same guy? Were they saying his face changed shape in 2 years?
Yeah, I guess because of the different muscles, right, that you're using. You'd have different muscles if you were just breathing out constantly, which I've always had my argument for mouth breathers because it's harder to do that, surely.
To breathe
than
more
just to
with your
breathe
mouth.
through your nose. Yes.
I can do it. There you go. I feel prettier already. This is crazy. Oh, my God. In a mirror, I want to have a look at myself.
But is this like a permanent state of being? Like you only ever breathe through your nose or your mouth? Or...
Yeah, I feel like it could be akin to people who chew with their mouths open.
Well, interestingly, it's all over TikTok, on the TikToks. People
so
are...
must be trusted.
That must be true.
Yes.
People are taping their mouth. And doctors say it does have some
I mean,
merit.
that's
Putting a little bit of skin kind of sensitive tape over your lips can help you train your mouth to stay closed while you sleep.
Oh, there's no hope for the future generation.
Which one's prettier? Hang on, I'm confused.
No.
So prettier is if you breathe through your nose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
People have been telling me for years to keep my mouth closed, so I must be pretty good looking. I've got a clip here for you. You're going to love this, Tunny. Gwyneth Paltrow, she's back on trial, but this time it's a very different type of questioning. You're going to love this. Who's better in bed, Ben Affleck or Brad Pitt?
That is really hard because, like, Brad was like the sort of major chemistry love of your life kind of like at the time, you know? And then like Ben was like technically excellent.
Hear that? Technically.
Holy I can't believe my daughter is listening to this.
Oh, I can't believe it either, Gwyneth.
But I say that to my girlfriend. I say, you didn't have fun, but I was technically excellent.
A technicality.
Technically.
Well, a Canberra man who tried to evade police by doing 100 k's an hour on an e-scooter will spend a month in jail.
Oh my God.
Body cam footage shows James Cole refusing to stop for two officers on motorbikes last December. Police chased him as he rode onto a bike path off the highway. The court heard Cole bought the scooter because he'd lost his licence for drug driving.
Wow.
Cole pleaded guilty to 7 charges. He must also serve a 3-month good behaviour order.
That was intense.
Evasion.
33,000 police are being deployed across London as the city gears up for the coronation. Plenty of security too at Buckingham Palace as King Charles hosted his first garden party. Lionel Richie, the headline act for the coronation concert, was one of the King's 8,000 guests. He says being involved is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I mean, pinch me, somebody. I'm really trying to be. This is a calm moment for me. I'm so excited. I'm a kid at Christmas time.
I wonder who came last. Prince Andrew, like obviously.
We're talking about favourite royals in just a check, but first
We haven't got that story.
Oh, we've gone early.
So we do have a story. For those of you trying to catch up at home, we've got a story also about the popularity of royals, which we haven't got to yet.
Moments away.
Do you know, I've really embarrassed myself there, haven't I?
But who do you think's the favourite royal? Who's your favourite royal?
I mean, we'll save it for that. What, I'm doing a cliffhanger now.
Do you want to do your funny, mate?
I'll win your back over, guys. There's a lot of pressure on me right now.
They say the project's well produced.
The project is join the conversation. It's just we don't know what conversation we're joining. That's the problem. Okay, here we go. This top cop was asked how they plan to handle coronation protesters, but it sounded like the reporter was just spitballing ridiculous slogans the protesters could shout out.
Going back to the protesters, in case they just hold the signs with saying "Not my king" or they're shouting "The king is a pedo," something like that.
Now, I feel like that clip would have gone better if I hadn't done the thing in the previous segment. Yeah, but
Good clip, though.
it's a great clip, and I've butchered it all.
You didn't have to wait long. It's coming now. You ready?
Here it is. I can't
When it
wait
comes
for
to
your
Australia's
thoughts.
favourite royal, a new poll shows it's not King Charles. Only 52% of Aussies approve of him and only 35% approve of his queen, Camilla. Princess Kate is the most popular at 76%, followed by Prince William at 73%. Harry rates slightly higher than Camilla at 38%, while only 27% of Aussies rate Meghan Markle. 15% still favour the disgraced Prince Andrew.
Now react, Sam.
Sorry, guys, I didn't catch that story. Do you know what that...
And the federal government will use next week's budget to fill massive skills shortages while also closing the gender gap. It will mandate national targets for women in apprenticeships to bolster the ranks of female tradies. The government wants an increase of 1% every year until 2030.
I'd like to see a project like this, bring on more women, educate them, put them in the right courses and then put them in the right direction.
There are suggestions a potential assassination attempt on Vladimir Putin might have been staged by Russia. Moscow says it reserves the right to retaliate after the drone attack on the Kremlin. Putin wasn't in the building at the time, but Russia's blamed Ukraine. Ukraine's president denies his forces had anything to do with it.
We fight on our territory. We are defending our villages and cities. We don't have, enough weapons for this.
Kate Bush, George Michael and Missy Elliott are among this year's inductees to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Missy becomes the first female hip-hop artist and rapper to be inducted. Rage Against the Machine made the cut, so did Sheryl Crow, Chaka Khan and Willie Nelson, who has just turned 90. Elton John's longtime collaborator Bernie Taupin is also being inducted. And is this the ultimate rebound? Taylor Swift only just announced her split from Joe Alwyn, and already she's rumoured to be dating the 1975 frontman Matty Healy. Word is they've been together for a couple of months. They've dated before, briefly, about 10 years ago. Insiders are reportedly claiming there was no crossover between Joe and Matty.
Even if there was, the girl is living. I am obsessed with this. This has just preoccupied my morning because my small mind was there just being like, what? Because I adore the 1975 and obviously I'm a huge Swiftie. So the thought of the pair of them having fun, doing whatever, even if it's a possibility, nothing confirmed by either of them. But I am running with it, and I think that they should be the leaders of the new world.
But Taylor's met his mum. Taylor's already met Matty's mum.
Of course she
Things
has.
move quick.
She moves very quick in the world of Taylor Swift.
Is this a better match than the previous?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm saying this with having absolutely no information or personal connection, sadly, only my side to them.
It's like the poor man's Beyonce and Jay-Z, right? Surely? Like...
What?
OK, I've hit a chord there.
Look at there. Thank you, audience, for being on my side. This is... I love both of them so much. I would say that Matty is more of a bad boy and she's entering her bad boy era, so therefore he is the ultimate rebound.
But how long does the bad boy era go for?
Who knows? Maybe she'll be happy. Maybe
Couple
she'll
of
be happy for
albums, that's all you need.
Think of the music.
Thank you.